Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me, looking all dusty. Black Force energy, I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is excuses for Spence. So there are some excuses floating around. We're going to take a listen and then we're going to react to it. All right, so I'm going to play a few and then we'll discuss it. All right, so here's one of the excuses floating around. Let's take a listen.
For Spence's team, him and his girlfriend actually got into an argument backstage before the fight began. She started going crazy. Things got out of hand. Things got a little heated. And she also gave him something to drink. Now, I don't know what she gave him to drink, but whatever it was, his team says it actually lowered his energy down, which would kind of make sense because Bud Crawford, a.k.a. Terrence Crawford, actually said, well, his punches weren't hitting hard enough. And if you're unaware, Errol Spence actually has the most craziest striking ability in boxing today, one of the strongest strikes in the world. So the beatdown that he took didn't really make much sense. And I'm not saying that this is Errol Spence's team, him and his girlfriend.
So that's one excuse. All right. Let's take a look at another excuse from someone who doesn't need much introduction within the boxing community. All right, let's take a listen.
Now, I'm also going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you that there are other things that I have heard that affected Errol and made him have to run hills to lose weight, where he normally would have been doing other things to lose weight, which might not have required that much exertion or allowed him to do the exertion, use that exertion in a different capacity. Now, why do I say this? Because there are so many of you running around like you're internet neurologists, explaining what is going on physically with another person that you are not qualified to examine. Now, I'm also
all right, and there are a few more, but this is the last one we're going to take a look at, and then we'll discuss it. All right, so here it is right here. And it said, did Terrence Crawford use loaded gloves? So I'm going to turn it over to you, G. What's your reaction to the excuses?
I mean, the one about his woman, I'm kind of interested. Like, yo, walk with me, yo. That guy, I forgot his name, but I remember that guy that I was talking because he used to be on Clubhouse, and he be that guy that be he used to like have like clips with Whack 100, and he'll go back and forth with Whack and everything. So weird New York dude, man. He's mad funny though. You know what I mean? But
Whack claims there's an excuse that he knows too. So
damn. But hey, man, I'm gonna be honest. I want to believe that there was something wrong with Spence. So I'm just waiting for somebody to hit us with one of them reasonable excuses. I'm telling you, man, because I was like, that type of beating. I was like, there gotta be an explanation for this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that Spencer didn't have the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was that was abuse, So if his shorty hit him with like a spell or something, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Listen, something must have happened because his face looked different. His movement was slower. He was sluggish. Everything was just off. You know what I mean? So there has to be a reason. But if not, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm still rocking with Spence, but you know, it'll help a lot if somebody could hit us with a good excuse. You know what I'm saying? At least just for me.
All right, TBE.
Man, if they ain't come out of Spence's mouth, they not excuses, man. These people just making up all these type of conspiracy theories just to feel good about themselves. Like, nah, my favorite fighter lost. And as a fan of Spence, he lost, yo. He got whooped. And the only thing Spence could do is prove himself better after this. And like, I want to compare this to the Canelo Mayweather fight, where you just got outclassed, you got beat, you got whipped. And for all of those coming out here saying giving all these type of conspiracy, like this dude,
bro, Canelo did not do that to Floyd did not do that to Canelo, bro.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
He did.
He did not. No, he did not, bro.
What?
Watch that fight again.
Let him cook.
You know
Let him cook.
By Floyd. It's not made. Oh yeah. Canelo made it look competitive. Canelo got cooked by Floyd Mayweather. And I'm gonna just say this, Spence, if you really got the dog and you just let this make you a better fighter, you gotta come prepared. You gotta take boxing seriously because you step in the ring with another man who took it. It's obvious. TC took the fight seriously because TC looked cut up. While Spence came in there looking like he looked a little
looking cut up now. That's the side of him. You took the fight seriously.
Yeah, you gotta take the fight seriously because he looked a little malnourished. He thought he was gonna be. I'm gonna be skinny and throw my punches. Nah, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. But don't sit here and like Spence ain't give no excuses. None of those conspiracy theories came out of Spence's mouth. Unlike Wilder, who was like, "Yo, he drugged me." He had loaded gloves. He gave me an autopsy. He gave me this. He gave me all of this nonsense. It's like, nah, if you step in the ring, you agree to step in the ring with a fighter and you get whooped, be a man and stand on what you agreed to. But I don't agree with none of these excuses for Spence. They never stepped out of Spence's mouth. If there's a video comes out 2 months from now, Spencer's like, yeah, TC had loaded gloves, TC had this, TC had that, and I'll be like, damn. Yeah, I look bad because I still root for Spence, but it's like this is not out the fighters' mouth. This is out their fans, and this is where TC was right in the last segment. The fans took it personal, and now they want to say all of this to make it look like Spence wasn't in the right mind when he was fighting. When Spence knew what he was doing when he was walking to the ring, just like AJ Ruiz. If AJ had a panic attack, cool. But AJ still took the time to step in the ring to please the fans, please the casuals. And he didn't deliver on what he promised. But at the end of the day, these words ain't come out the fighter's mouth, so we should not give it too much glory or like gratification of what it's supposed to mean because it doesn't mean anything.
All right. Dollar Bill, you with us? All right. I'll roll. Look, I hear these excuses, but like, come on, man. So let's talk about the loaded gloves excuse real quick. Derek James actually grabs Terrence Crawford's glove and he squeezes it at the end of the fight. And Terrence Crawford went to Earl Spence's corner and he basically dapped up everyone. Then he took off his gloves and he had his hand wraps exposed. And I'm sure the commission collect all that stuff at the end of the fight. So I doubt that that's an excuse. Let's talk about the girl spiking his drink as an excuse. Look, one, I doubt it. Actually, I don't. I really don't believe it, but I say I doubt it just because in the 1% chance that that's something that actually happened, it still would be on Earl Spence because she's in his locker room. She's on his team, and he's the one who trusted her to bring him his water, right? So how would that be on TC? I just want to know. Like, if your girl spikes your drink before you go into a fight, whose fault is that? Like, I mean, I think also you got to rethink having all those people in your locker room before you're about to go out to fight. But hey, everyone could do what it is they want to do or whatever makes them feel comfortable. I'm just saying, like, one, I don't believe it, but two, even if it did happen, how would that be TC's fault? And why would you blame that on TC? That would be kind of some foul stuff, but it still wouldn't be a reflection on Terrence Crawford. So and yeah, so it was the running the hills to lose weight. Another reason why I don't want to hear the weight thing as an issue is because I recall vividly Terrence Crawford saying he wanted to fight Earl Spence. And Spence said, "Why wouldn't I beat Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and all these guys and take the easy route before I fight you?" So he could have fought TC earlier if that was the case. If you waited until last to fight TC, it would have been harder to make the weight. And Earl knew that he was approaching a point where he couldn't make that weight anymore because he said in several interviews that he's about to move up in weight. So if you waited until the end to fight TC and you knew you were struggling to make weight, then again, that's also something that's on you, right? So again, these are all decisions that you have to hold the person who made them accountable for. If he would have fought TC back when they had their little face off and everyone was talking about it, he probably would have made weight a lot easier. If he would have fought TC when he fought Ugas, he probably would have made weight a lot easier. So again, you can sit around and you can blame people and you can make these excuses, but at some point, you need the finger points back at decisions that Earl made. And in the end, man, there's no excuses for me. All right, Dollar Bill.
Oh man, listen, you done said everything, my brother, and I done said it before. You know what I'm saying? If you're not right, don't fight. Because nobody cares about excuses that night.
Bars. You heard that.
You heard? You heard? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like to subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who you rocking with. It's the Boxing Bros.